Enough time has passed. It's time to talk about the big elephant in the room, since we are now finally in 2024. When is the Xenoverse 2 DLC 17 dropping? What will it drop with? Who was that new character in the trailer? And what is the next gen update going to entail? Mostly, this video is going to be what is the next gen update going to have? Because we already know that we're supposed to get a second round of Festival of Universes, most likely, based on a lot of leaks. And obviously, the new character, we just have zero idea who it is, so we're just gonna have to wait, right? My idea is that it'll probably be like an original Xenoverse character for once, because we had Toa and Mira in Xenoverse 1, then we had Fu for like DLC 6, so it's not weird to assume that they would just make a new original Xenoverse 2 character. But yes, hello everyone, it's me again, Steve Doja here. I did not say that, and let's just talk about the things coming to Xenoverse 2 in 2024. Mostly, I just wanted to focus on the next-gen update, because that's also coming 2024. Now, I believe the next-gen update will probably come out, like, after the DLC, ironically enough. But I'm kind of hoping that that's not the case, and it drops the same time as the DLC, because at least on, from what I remember, all of the sources look like the next-gen update was a separate thing from the DLC and comes out, like, after the DLC. So who knows, right? Content being spread out isn't bad, but I would like the content sooner. So yes, again, while we wait for the next-gen update in 2024, I do want to read off a few things that I think we can, because aside from the next-gen update, right, we have a lot to wait for in 2024, but I do want to mention a few things about Xenoverse 2 that I think are quite special, quite important for the game. Because Xenoverse 2 is obviously one of these games that's lived for a very long time, and Bandai obviously wants to keep up support of it. Now, I imagine they'll stop support when Sparking Zero comes out. They need to keep Xenoverse alive for as long as the game is relevant. And the game isn't even relevant anymore, but you know what I mean. They just need to keep it somewhere, just alive enough for things to work out. Because we already know in 2024 we're supposed to get a new DLC with new playable characters, other content, and additional scenarios, right? They already confirmed all of that. But then also the fact that the game will get the next-gen updates for PS5 and Xbox, which is very important. I think that will at least improve game performance. It won't make stuff like lag better, I imagine, right? The only way it would make lag better is probably by limiting the player base, or separating the player base from next-gen consoles to previous-gen consoles. That might be the only way the connection gets better, that less people pair up with less potential opponents, but I believe it'll just make the game perform better. And again, Xenoverse is one of those games that needs any performance it can get, because the game is only going to be alive for as long as until Sparking Zero comes out. Now, because Sparking Zero comes out so soon, I at first was thinking that the next-gen update for Xenoverse 2 might actually touch up some character models, but I'm realizing now that there might not be any reason for that if Sparking Zero comes out so soon, because that will make that, I mean, that's what they should put most of their actual resources into. Into new models for Sparking Zero, not for Xenoverse 2. But the reason why I believe there'd be new models for Xenoverse 2 is I'm sure all of you guys have seen that one loading screen of Goku, where he comes up in a new look and style, and he looks very good, right? I think a lot of people have speculated if that's the quality of the next-gen models, and if that was the case, that would be dope. That would be insane. I would like to see a new Goku in Xenoverse, especially because I don't like how limited early characters like Goku, Vegeta, and like Final Form Frieza all have such limited like facial expressions and movements and animations, and there's no variety. It's just you know, it's not one of the better faces for these characters in throughout Dragon Ball games. So it would be nice if the next gen models look like that, but they don't need to. I'm completely fine with them not looking like that. I'm also really interested in what comes after the next-gen update, because they obviously like tease us with and more, but obviously even they don't know what the more is going to be, because the game just needs to be on live support long enough for Sparking Zero to come out. And if Xenoverse is even getting updated to 2024, that might mean Sparking Zero comes out towards the end of the year, because Fighters is getting its rollback update, and with that rollback update, I'll probably actually still get new DLC. I still believe Fighters has a chance to do Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan as DLC, especially because it would make money no matter what. I'm pretty sure it would be a positive. The only issue with having to be making like the new character models and animations, but there's no reason for them not to do that, because it's more money. So I believe even Fighters is still gonna get DLC, although I have nothing to prove it. It's just that with a rollback netcode update out of nowhere, that does sound like an excuse to like tease or show more DLC. So Xenoverse easily could do the same with its update. But yeah, all of these things make me think, especially with Breakers. Breakers is still getting a lot of updates too, right? Yeah, it's questionable if it deserves them. But Breakers is getting a lot of updates too still. So the fact that all of these Dragon Ball games are getting like big updates around this time it has to be so that way they can like build up some stuff in between Sparking Zero releasing. Because once Sparking Zero comes out, it's safe to say no one will be touching the Dragon Ball games for a bit, unless if they really like get a sense of nostalgia, or they just want to try the games out, you know. I do believe I could see people going back to Fighters after Sparking Zero comes out, but like not Xenoverse. The only reason why people played Xenoverse was for their custom characters, but after you have all the moves you want in the game, the end game is just the PvP, but the PvP is horrible, so you're not gonna play the PvP. You know what I mean, right? So, yeah, not a lot to talk about when it comes to Xenoverse 2. Unfortunately, I really don't believe people are going to be going back to that game because it's not very good. I want to say no offense, but no, I mean it. It's not a very good game, so it's not going to keep people invested after Sparking Zero comes out. Once people, there was a time where almost every Dragon Ball YouTuber at the same time was making videos about Budokai Tenkaichi 4, the mod for Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It's like people, it's very obvious that even though this game is super old, it's such an easy game. I mean, talk about Tenkaichi 3 in this case. It's such an easy game to go back to, play, and still enjoy. Like, how many years later? Like 16 years later? 14 years later? But like, you can't ever say that about Xenoverse. Xenoverse got sickening to a lot of people after 1 year, didn't it? Again, I know games obviously lose a huge player count after they come out, right? That's just normal for every game. But Xenoverse lost like 90% of its player base in like a year or something. Some absurd stat like that. I really don't remember. And maybe it's not even true, but that's what I remember everyone saying about the game like super early on. So if Xenoverse is doing that in 1 year, and it can barely keep people invested with constant update, not even constant, but here's a good example. BT3 is not getting updates anymore, right? And people are still playing that. So if Xenoverse 2 can barely keep the people's intrigue with its broken, netcode online, its unbalanced moves, its unimaginative character customization, and all this stuff, after just like 6-7 years, well, we're on to the 8th year now, right? 2024 should be the 8th year anniversary for Xenoverse. Yeah, it's really not gonna hold a candle to how long Budokai Tenkaichi 3 has been in there, waiting for a sequel. So, you know, it is what it is. Not to talk smack to Xenoverse 2 again in such a rude fashion where I'm supposed to be talking about the next gen update. But I do believe most of these updates are for Sparking Zero's case. And the next gen update for Xenoverse at least will be a nice send-off to it. Again, they don't have to make the netcode good, because for one, I don't think a next gen update even does that. And for second of all, the netcode being good wouldn't matter. Like, the resources to make the netcode for Xenoverse good would not matter once Sparking Zero comes out. And I'm pretty sure half the reason why Fighters even got rollback was so they could test it for Sparking Zero. Because Bandai, you guys know Bandai have like a reputation of bad servers, right? From all the oldest Dragon Ball games to the Souls games, people would always talk about phantom hitboxes and all these other like weird things like, oh, Dark Souls hitboxes. You know the memes of like, oh, here are the different hitboxes in like fighting games, and then here's the Monster Hunter hitbox and then the Dark Souls hitbox. You know, it's a tale as old as time itself. I don't have any examples, sadly, of Bandai doing next-gen updates or any other games, but if you guys do, then please obviously let me know in the comment section down below, because that might give us at least a smaller bit of an idea of what to expect in Xenoverse 2's next-gen update. But other than that, I think this will be probably a good place to end the video. So again, if you guys obviously enjoyed this video, then please leave a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe to greatly support the channel. And please do not forget to leave a comment down below of what you'd like to see next, okay? Alright. Love you all. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Take care and peace.